Do you want to tell me a little bit about yourself?
Yeah, my name's Aaron. I'm a creator from Ottawa. Been doing content creation, video production for uh, my whole life, but really professionally for the last 10 years.
Mhm.
And yeah, I have a deep passion for content creation, especially on the digital platform like Instagram, YouTube. And I believe that that platform really has the ability to, I think, democratize creation and allow people to uh, hopefully find beautiful art, but also be inspired by it or and inspired to create it as well. So yeah, I've been doing this 19-day series for the last 2 years,
Mhm.
and yeah, it's been nice to kind of be on this journey of creating, which definitely adds a bit of a grind during the fast, but it's
Right.
nice.
So this is the
Yeah,
second year.
yeah. Second year. Last year I did all 19 days on YouTube.
Right.
And then this year, I decided to go on Instagram based off of feedback of, uh, yeah, people. I asked the audience, okay, which platform do you think would be better this year?
Right.
And out majority of people said Instagram, and I thought through reflection, I thought it would be better too because I think these ideas that I was hoping to try and share or learn about during this time are it's more suited to be shared on Instagram. Uh, Instagram is a bit easier of a sharing platform that
Right.
people can share with their friends and their family. Um, while YouTube can be a little bit harder. Not very often you're copying the link bar and sending it by email or that kind
Right.
of stuff to your friends. So
Yeah.
yeah, that's also a little bit less work than a YouTube video.
Well, a little less work or not, it's hats off to you. I admire your ambition to be creative during the fast. Like the fast is already,
Yeah,
you know, something that we go through that's maybe not always easy or that shakes us
yeah.
up, but to be creative during that time period and to be consistent, you have a lot of my admiration.
Thank you, thank you. Yeah, it's definitely a grind, and everyone's asking how are you doing, and it's good. It's I feel like it adds a dimension of um yeah reflection. I felt like last year when I did it, um yeah, I was more focused on the fast in a sense than I had been before because I think sometimes when you get tired and the fast gets hard, you kind of just go in that state of sleep and you
Right.
just try to get through the day. But now by having to create something, you kind of have to reflect on your own fast and and how to look around in the world to find a story or find beauty or have conversations with friends and so yeah, it's been fun. So I'm happy you're enjoying it.
Yeah, yeah. I wanted to ask you, like, do you kind of sketch out what you're gonna do? Or is it just day to day?
To some extent, I mean, the first couple days, yeah, and I have a general outline of maybe 50 ideas I kind of have, but I also allow for kind of the spontaneity of oh, a conversation I had, I want to document that, or uh yeah, I have an idea and I was like, okay, maybe I would want to talk to this friend about, but not necessarily what what's going to come out of it.
Right.
Yesterday I did it with my mom and about prayer, and there's been many conversations we've had in the past about it, but to kind of hear it was special, and to document that was nice to capture it. And my aunt had passed away in December, and she was featured last year in our in day 10 of the series, and she had rheumatoid arthritis for many years, and but served in India alongside Dr. Mohajer and this kind of stuff. So it was nice to capture that moment.
Right.
And then for this year to kind of capture my mom was a reflection of time is fleeting and time is moving, and we have so many stories of people who are really I mean, this is all the history of the faith, in a
Right.
sense. So to capture some of their stories and insights from childhood of what it's like, or what's their fasting like, it's nice to reflect on those things and really yeah, be able to capture those even just for my own personal collection of memories, but then to have people online see it and maybe be touched by those stories as well. It's been nice to just use it as a motivation to capture these things.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Do you find that being creative is different during the fast?
Mm, Do I find being? That's a really good question. I haven't thought about that. Uh, well, I would say I think the nature of what I want to create is not different, but because there's a bit of a focus to do it, you have to push yourself to like as a basically what I'm trying to say is as a creator, as a Baha'i creator, I'm inspired to try and create and tell stories of hope
Mm.
and always kind of do that. But then when there's a focus in a 19-day period and it's a bit of a push, you have to push yourself to do it
Right.
and kind of meet your own deadlines. So in a sense, where I'm forced then to go into the world and see more that's around and not get into the uh, like busyness of my own life and putting stuff aside. As sometimes like I feel like as artists like we try and be consistent, but it's not always we're not always successful at it. So now I'm being forced to be consistent and forced to find those ideas and those stories, and I think that's um, yeah, a beautiful thing that because we're not eating and not focused on other things, especially during this time. Obviously, I'm working as well, but yeah, that's a good question. I've never thought about that really.
I don't know the answer, but I'm just curious because I find, yeah, sometimes during the fast you're just in a different state of mind completely. And so I just wonder,
Yeah, I
what's
think.
your outlook?
Well, like I said before, I think it's allowed me to be more focused on the fast
Right.
in a sense, because I think yeah, I have to be conscious of yeah, like what are the ideas that I'm inputting into myself and what am I trying to reflect on to then generate something beautiful and have an orientation towards seeing that beauty around, which again, I think if in the day to day you could just get lost in your own mind, you know?
Yeah, I noticed
Yeah.
that. I think it was day one. You were out in the woods and you
Mm.
were like, look at this light.
Yeah.
Just look at this light.
Yeah.
Yeah. And yesterday I
Yeah.
was with a group of people and there were these massive windows and like the most spectacular sunset outside, but nobody was looking outside. And I was like, just look at
Hmm.
the light.
Yeah. I think, yeah, during the fast, it allows you, if you can really pay attention to that, it allows you to see what is the where is the beauty in people or the places around us that we might take for granted. So that's been nice because I definitely take for granted the places I'm just always in.
Right.
So now having to with the camera having to look for those things. Often people can say, "Oh, is the camera a distraction? Is it taking away from reality or is it bringing reality?" But I'm like, no, it's focusing reality.
Right.
It's like yeah.
That's super cool.
And then be able to look back on that. I don't know. It's nice. Sometimes I'm like, oh, I don't have anything good, and then I look back at the footage. I'm like, oh, that was actually so nice
Mm,
what I've been able to capture.
mm.
So yeah, because even during it, you're critical of yourself and you're trying not to be. So yeah,
Did
yeah.
did anything happen in the last year's fast in those 19 days that was completely unexpected?
Um, well, I think I didn't. I think the main thing is I didn't expect to be able to do it and have an idea every day.
Right.
And I think through like I think, and I'm trying to do that this year too, like, because I have all these ideas, but it's also every day is difficult to come up with something, and you kind of have to like, I kind of had to like rely on God, and it was surprising that like it just like the ideas came and like they kind of like some stories appeared, and that was nice to see, and like I think that was really it. Like I was really surprised at the end of it, like that, like yeah, I was able to create something every day, and then also that it like connected with people because I think you just put it out there and you hope for the best. But it was nice to like receive a lot of messages of people in their first time, even this year, like people their first time in the fast,
Mm,
what that experience is like for them, how these videos have been uplifting for them, how it's like yeah, it's like brought a comfort. They're by themselves fasting for the first time.
right.
Yeah, so yeah, those kind of things are a bit unexpected and nice to see.
That's Super cool. We've noticed, like, just with Baha'i blog content, that during the fast, Baha'is are online more.
Hmm.
There's a lot of scrolling. I think part of that, like, trying to just pass time and get through the day. So it's really cool not only to see Baha'is engaged with old content, but people like yourself who are putting out new content like on that day. It's
Yeah.
it's really exciting.
Yeah, it's been cool to see other creators doing it too. Like, there's a couple of creators, and I think through the people who have like found my content, I've found other people who are trying to do, maybe not every day, but trying to do similar
Right.
things. And yeah, I think it's really cool to see what kind of content can be put out there and that is inspired by the faith, because there's often not much out there. And I think it's this platform, yeah, just the online platform can, what am I trying to say? Like, the online platform, I feel like can and has the ability to like to connect with people and generate like a sense of hope, when often, like, when people are scrolling and stuff, it like they're like bombarded with so much difficulty
Mm.
and like despair. So if like, I think as Baha'i creators, if like people are trying to put out stuff that is hopeful, it can often connect with people and hopefully just uplift them. And I think that's my goal with these videos, is just to like, yeah, have something to uplift people, especially when they're hungry, and give them a little escape for a minute to to get through that day.
Yeah, I think you're
So
definitely accomplishing that.
hopefully, inshallah, we'll keep trying. Yeah.
That's all the questions I had. Is there anything we didn't talk about that you want to say?
Mm, Not really. I think that's it. I'm just happy. You know, you found these videos and you were moved by it, and it's nice to. I think, like I said, I think it's been really cool to see. Yeah, I think how many people maybe are fasting for their first time and are by themselves and are connecting to content online. And I think if we're putting stuff out there, it allows for people to hopefully connect to the faith in a new way, and see that maybe if they feel the faith is just with them and their
Mm.
immediate circle, that there's more out there, and there's more communities out there. There's another creator. I don't know if you've seen her online. Her name is Danielle, and she found the faith a year ago. Uh, and she found the faith by originally trying to look online for content, finding there was not much Baha'i content out there. So she started making stuff herself, and even her getting like DMs from people being like, "Oh, I'm a Baha'i in Houston, Texas, and I've been a Baha'i for 3 years. Is there a Baha'i community here?"
Right.
So it's like, I think by generating stuff, the beauty of generating content and beauty of generating art is it if we continue to do that, people can really connect to this global yeah, Baha'i community, and yeah, identity, and yeah, hopefully, yeah, be inspired by it, and maybe create more themselves. I hope more people can create as well.
For sure.
I think that would be a goal I would hope to see come out of something like this.
Yeah.
Next year, a million people doing 19-day vlogs.
How cool would that be? Then you see like fasting in different
Yeah,
parts of the world and what it looks like.
yeah,
Different people.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I think it'd be really cool. Yeah,
Well, thanks, Aaron.
that's really good. Yeah, thank you for having me.